Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell. So every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. So I know we've all heard about the story of the young brother down here in Texas in high school who's been going through damn near a years-long legal battle with a school district because of his hair. He's been suspended numerous times, and I don't know. I have questions about what's going on both sides of this story. So we're just gonna get right into it, right? So this is from the Griot.com, and it says school suspends Daryl George over his locks on his first day back to class. Yeah, let's get into this. A Texas high school sent a black student back to in-school suspension Tuesday for refusing to change his hairstyle, renewing a months-long standoff over a dress code policy the teen family calls discriminatory. The student, Daryl George, was suspended for 13 days because his hair is out of compliance when let down, according to a disciplinary notice issued by Barber Hill High School in Mont Bellevue, Texas. It was his first day back at the school after spending a month at an off-site disciplinary program. So, like I say, I got questions for both sides. Number one, if you get suspended and this paragraph says when the hair is let down, why are you letting your hair down, brother? Now, you've been out of school for, hold on, here we go. George, 18, already has spent more than 80% of his junior year outside of his regular classroom. So 80% of your time, you have not been in the classroom. Now, supposedly, you're still doing your schoolwork, still making your grades, and I commend you for that. However things may be going. But here's the issue. And the first question is, like I say, why are you letting your hair down at the school you see? And first, where is your father? Because I see in this story, and your mom is doing all the talking. Where's this boy dad at? Because 80%, because my thing is this here, if number one, education is number one, right? Here's the thing. If we going through all these problems, and I want to see an updated photo of this brother, because it said if his hair is down, then he gets suspended. So why can't you wear it up? So that's why I want to see it, because the pictures they show, it looks like his hair can be worn up quite easily. And he can go to school if he's so determined to go to this school. You understand what I'm saying? Hold on, let me keep going. He was first pulled from the classroom at the Houston area school in August after the school officials said his braided locks fell below his eyebrow and earlobes and violate the district's dress code. His family argues the punishment violates the Crown Act, which became law in Texas in September and is intended to prohibit. Where in the hell did it go? To prohibit race-based hair discrimination. The school says the Crown Act does not address hair length. So you see, this goes back to, I just did a story a day or two ago about the Constitution and how people holler Constitution this, Constitution that, but every time you look up, they are trying to amend it. As a matter of fact, I had a discussion with a person doing a text message. Well, not text message, but in the comment section talking about, reparations are not old because that's the way it was. And I'm like, what the hell is that's the way it was got to do with what's right? You understand? You see what I'm saying? Just because they did it doesn't mean that reparations or some kind of, some kind of reparations should not be paid, for what had happened. So, but one of the points I try to make is that I'm trying to make to the dude was, you got examples of things that happened that wasn't right. So what you're saying is that those that was done wrong, so just take it and just say, well, the hell with it, it's just the way it was. So nothing is old. So it's talking about redlining with homes, like how they push our community into certain areas to keep them away from the white folks, and then bring the white folks' value of their homes up and ours down. And it could be the exact same house. You know what I'm saying? The family that owned it could be the same, had the same education, same careers, same military experience, everything. It could be you can have the exact same family, just different colors. And the white family's house will be appraised more because in a white neighborhood. So try to bring up redlining, and it's like, if he try to use the point, well, you know, that's the way it was, and there's no, like, it wasn't in law that said that, well, it actually was for a while, but once they got it out, it was still discrimination. So anyway, discrimination in housing, but it wasn't in law, but people did it. So you technically couldn't prove it on paper, but you knew what was going on. So as time went on and people start saying something about it, and somebody they want reparations or accountability or atonement for what had happened, you can't do it because it was done it was done to black people, and you can't get reparations or any kind of compensation constitutional wise when it's race based. So anyway, they knew how to work the system, is what I'm trying to say. They knew how to work the system without actually using race, but on paper, but they used race in practice. But since it wasn't in the laws, nothing you can do about it. Same thing here. The school said the Crown Act does not address hair length. So, most, and that's the thing, most people will say, hey, let me just tie my hair back. Or let me tie my hair up. You know what I'm saying? Braided, like in this one picture, braided to where it's like, you can see his edges and stuff. So I'm trying to figure out, boy, are you wearing your hair down to where they can suspend you again? Because if you are, now you're fighting a losing battle. Definitely. Let's say, continue. Quote, we are just trying to take it day by day. That's all we can do. His mother, Darisha George, told the Associated Press. We do not see the light at the end of the tunnel, but we are not giving up. What are you fighting for right now? Because here's the thing. I understand you want equality and want inclusion. But this boy is too close to graduation. He spent the majority of his junior year already in suspension, and he gets to school, he's going right back in suspension because you are going to sacrifice your child's education. For what? Now, don't get me wrong, I understand you have to fight for freedom. You have to fight for those things, because without freedom, you just might as well be dead. I understand it. But certain battles aren't worth it, or you have to fight them differently. My question is this. I haven't seen anyone ask, but can the boy not go to a different school? Where are the civil rights leaders or these lawyers and stuff? Where are they fighting for this young brother, but differently? Like, I know it says Houston based. I know the Nation of Islam got a school down there in the Houston area. I know there has to be black owned schools down there in the Houston area that they probably could have transferred to before the year started. Could have went to a different school. Hell, all this been fighting since last year. Probably could have homeschooled this boy by now. You see what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so it's like you can't win one way. You have to win another way. Like I said, now I'm not saying you just give up, because once you start giving up, they'll start bullying. I understand that. But the way this is going, like I said, the problem I have is, how long is his hair and why would you wear it? Going to these folks' school now. Because you can keep the hair on. They didn't say cut it. They just said wear it a certain way. But dog going to follow the rules. Wear it a certain way. You got the Crown Act passed. They found a way to, found a loophole in it to where you can't wear it the way you want to in their building. in their classrooms with their rules. So what you do is, if you're going to continue to fight this fight, you comply with the rules, but yet you still continue to press on. Because what you do is you got to find more kids, more students, more parents, faculty members who will help you bear the cross. Because it'll be easier, because if they don't have any backing of people trying to help them, it's gonna lose this battle. Here's another thing. It's a nationwide story. So other schools, like colleges, if he's planning on going to college, they're gonna see this kind of stuff. And what y'all don't understand is them folk work together. Them folks will do everything they can to not have to deal with controversy. Well, but colleges, they're not going to have them kind of stipulations. But what they'll see is troublemaker. Regardless if it'll affect them or not, they'll see a black troublemaker. So you got to be careful in this man's world what you do. So all I would say is, like I said, either do a GoFundMe, transfer to a black-owned school. See if you can get into like one of them Nation of Islam schools, or homeschool the boy. If you're the homeschooler boy, the boy probably been out of school by now. And what you have to do is just get like-minded individuals to maybe have to create a school. You understand what I'm saying? Hell, what she could start a GoFundMe to see if we can have him sent to a private school. I don't know, but this story, I just don't like the very few details that are in it, because the school tried to make it seem like he came there with his hair down. That's why we suspended him. If that is what it is, and if it's that simple, that boy and his mama are silly. Now I'm with you. Now don't get me wrong, I am with y'all with the fight, because you should, if it ain't a distraction, it ain't crazy. I understand what kids got fire engine red or blue hair or walking around like goth clothing, stuff like that. I understand that. That could be a distraction. It could scare people, scare kids, things of that nature. Shoot, create dress codes, create hair standards, and let that be the reason. Because schools can only do so much because it's funded by public money, tax money. So it's not a problem. So they can't really, I don't know. But you can still have some kind of restrictions. Let's see, let me continue. The dress code policy at Barber Hills Independent School District attracted headlines in 2020, 3 years ago, when a black student was forbidden to return to school or attend his graduation ceremonies unless he cut his locks. Greg Poole, who had been district superintendent since 2006, has said the policy is legal and teaches students to conform as a sacrifice, benefiting everyone. Hey, like I said, it's them folks' rules. If it's their rules, you got to abide by them. Either abide by them or just move on. You abide by them, but you can still fight. But you abide by the rules in the meanwhile. So you take the legal and judicial route. School officials said George was sent to the disciplinary program for violating the dress code and the tardy policy, disrupting the in-school suspension classroom and not complying with school directives. As he completed his punishment there, district spokesperson David Bloom said George was told he would go back to in-person suspension unless he trimmed his hair. So this boy, see, I'm just not reading this whole article. So y'all reading this as I read it. So based on what these people are saying, this boy's a disruption in school anyway. So which means you just giving them leverage and reasons to make a fool out of you. Again, where's this boy daddy at? Where's his daddy at? Because I know one thing, my kids are not going to be disruptive in class. They're not going to be late. They're going to be to school on time. They're going to do their work. They're going to make something, do their best to make A's and B's. Don't tolerate anything less. And you're not going to disrupt class. You disrupt class, I'm going to disrupt your butt when you get home. It's simple as that. It seems as though maybe he's missing that. Maybe he's not understanding how you fight these fights. And definitely seems like his mom is not teaching him where is the boy's daddy or any male figure that can teach this boy something right. George's family has filed a formal complaint with the Texas Education Agency in a federal civil rights lawsuit against the state's governor and attorney general, along with the school district, alleging they failed to enforce the new law outlawing discrimination based on hairstyle. The school district has filed a lawsuit in state district court asking the judge to clarify whether its dress code restriction limiting student hair length for boys violating the Crown Act. State Rep. Ron Reynolds, a Democrat and chair of the Texas Legislative Black Caucus, said he planned to file an amendment to the law during the next session that specifically addresses length to stop their pretextual argument to not comply with the Crown Act. Well, there you go. So, boy, you just need to go to school and keep your hair up until this passes. You just probably gonna have to miss it. The next generation will probably be allowed to wear their hair how they want to. But right now, you are just, you're the one who's going to, well, actually another kid before him, but you're the one just going to keep this going to make sure that this Crown Act doesn't get overlooked and interpreted wrong. And you got a brother who's already trying to change all that because, again, the school district has found a loophole in the law and is using it to make an example out of you. Quote, they are acting in bad faith to continue to discriminate against African-American students, Reynolds said in an email. George said he feels like he's being singled out because there are other boys in the school with longer hairstyles than his. He was denied an exemption at the family request because of the hairstyle, culture, and religious importance. I had to see that one. I don't know what his religion is. Was it Rastafarian? I don't know. It's frustrating. Well, he could be Hebrew Israelite and said don't cut the locks of your hair. You know what I'm saying? However you interpret the scriptures. It's frustrating because I'm getting punished for something everyone else is doing, growing hair or having hair, George said. The Associated Press education team received support from the Carnegie Corporation. That's something else. So, like I was saying, you got to fight this a different way, brother. You got people, from what it looks like, you got somebody in Congress that's trying to get clarification to quote unquote fix this law, to amend this law so everything is clear. You just got to abide by their rules, or just got to find you a black school, brother, or homeschool. It's just what you got to do. But you keep the fight up no matter what, and you keep being in the forefront, and you stop being a disruption in class so they can keep you out of in-house suspension. Don't give them a reason. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below and then share it with the world. And with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.